2026, all y'all good folks out there. Uh, no shucking and jiving. We're gonna get right to the live and had to plug y'all up right quick. What I wanted to say, man, I wanted to say shout out to all y'all that tune in. Shout out to all y'all that's sharing the videos, liking the videos, commenting on the videos, and all y'all that subscribe to the channel. I've been a little offbeat. I've been a little offbeat for a minute, but I'm back on beat with it. Shout out to the big God. We got big things coming for 2026. And the destination is to get a couple M's in the bank. At the end of the day, that's the destination, to get a couple M's in the bank so we can have less stress about monies and financial things going on and more enjoyment of life. Because working like a Hebrew slave to try to capture the pay and capture the day and capture the money. You can mess around and work your whole life. You can mess around and work your whole life and then just be dead. You feel me? And all you did was work, pay bills, help people, and you never really got to enjoy this life. Nah, it's a lot of things that changed in my life as of recently. And one is like, sometimes you gonna run into that person, your person. And I would just say, if you feel like you ran into your person, make sure you cherish them, love them, and, try to appreciate and have a genuine relationship with your person. Because if you mess around and misuse, abuse, and not appreciate your person, you may lose your person and you never find another one like that. Now, with that being said, I ain't gonna do too much of the personal life thing. We're gonna get back on this millionaire mission. We're gonna get back on this money management. And my life gonna work itself out the way it need to work itself out. You understand me? But I appreciate all y'all that subscribe to the channel. That's why I said I've been a little bit offbeat. I couldn't even tell y'all the analytics of where we at. I think we almost at 10K subscribers. So shout out to y'all, like I said, that share the videos, like the videos, that comment on the videos, old subscribers, returning subscribers, new subscribers. If you ain't subscribed, go on and subscribe up. I am Milkman, Mr. Milktastic. This is Millionaire Mission Milktastic TV. We are splashing in the fishbowl. This is another episode. Hit that like button for me. Let me know where you're coming from. And yeah, like I say, treat your people that you find in your life right, because you never know, you might lose them, and then you'll be wanting them back, and it'll never be the same. You feel me? So shout out to all y'all that like the videos, comment on the videos, and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate y'all. Like I say, we're gonna get back on it. Analytics this year, we money management. Emily Roque, what's up? We money management, millionaire mission. Millionaire mission is just not a logo or a slogan. It's an actual clothing brand. You see I got it on the hat. See I got it on the shirt. We got all that there for you. You can order from me. Where that good book at? I ain't gonna hold y'all up too long. Got that good book in here somewhere. And we'll be back on the big truck. And I'm good. Need to find my medical card, but I'm good. I got a picture of it. So that's gonna have to work for right now. Oh, y'all almost went down just now. But I did find the book. I found the book. The book I was looking for. I found it. And while I find the chapter that we was in, y'all can let me know. Rate the music from 1 to 10. This is one of the songs I got. It's called Linking Up, because that's what we doing right now. I'm cool, youngin'. We linking up right now. still getting to it. If you working 9 to 5, pull overtime just to survive. Still stay alive. What's the move for the paper? What's the move for the paper? What's the move for the Oh, I just thought about it. I think I know where it's at. What's up, Omari? Austin. Cool. And everywhere we go, we connect with the city. You know I got them country boys with me. We're connected with the zones. Asian, Jamaicans, Cubans, Mexican, and every other race I connect with. Motek, bitch, DJ. Well, right now, I'm letting y'all listen to some of these tunes that I came up with. United Kingdom, Little Black. What's up? What's up? Go get her. Go get it. Hustle up. All right. That's enough of that. I ain't gonna help y'all. That's some of my music, though. I do be making music. You like the fit? Appreciate you. One thing I had noticed, I don't know if y'all believers, unbelievers, believers in Allah, believers in Buddha. You know what I'm saying? I believe in Christ, Jesus Christ, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. No Trinity, though. It's just what it is. It's no Trinity, but it is the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, and that's what I believe in. Now, if you go to Matthew chapter 17, it's a particular verse. Matthew chapter 17, it's a particular verse, chapter 17, verse 21. And in certain Bibles, you're a pagan. That's not good. I don't think that's good. I don't know what that stands for, like pagan, what you don't believe in nothing. But it's a particular verse in Matthew chapter 17, verse 21. In certain Bibles, that verse has been removed. And the verse is talking about, it says, verse 21 says, but this kind does not go out except by prayer and fasting. And I was wondering why they would take that out of the Bible. It's not good, it's great. Pagan. Let me look that up right quick, because you're saying you're a pagan. I'm not really familiar with the pagan, but let's see what Google got to say about the pagan. Paganism is basically nature is God, like the feminine. I'm still gonna look it up. I believe you both still gonna like which. Hold on. The pagan definition. Pagan. Especially in historical context, a person holding religious belief other than those of the main or recognized religions. Let's see, can we show more? Relating or adorned to a modern religious movement that seeks to incorporate beliefs or practices from outside the main world religion, especially nature worship. So it is like nature worship. Okay. Okay. Well, over here, I believe in Christ, you know what I'm saying? It's witchcraft. So let me say this, witchcraft, right? So witchcraft. When you say witchcraft, do you mean like causing spells, casting spells, and stuff like that? Like, so where do you believe that the spell power comes from? Is it coming from God, or is it coming from Satan? Now, voodoo, I think voodoo is more on the black magic, like dark magic. But my thing is, if you believe in like the demonic energy, then you got to know that there's a godly energy. If you believe in the dark side, then you got to know that there's a light side. So life is all about choices. If you choose to ride with the dark side, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? It comes from inside all of us. We are all gods ourselves. I would say that we all got God within us, as far as being a God. Like, it's only one God, but I think all of us has the essence of God in us, because we got the breath God gave us in us. But like I was saying about voodoo and the dark magic, I think, like, if you believe in the dark magic, then you gotta know it's a light side too. Like, if you believe in the demonic and the devil, then you gotta believe in God. You just choosing which side you want to ride with. But not to hold y'all up or nothing like that. Like I said, this over here, I believe in Jesus Christ, and I've been kind of just trying to get my life in order here. That's why I ain't been going live too much, because I got stuff going on in real life. Like I said, we should be back to trucking. I think I got to take a drug test tomorrow. So maybe by next week, we should be back to trucking, because it's probably tomorrow, Thursday. If I take the test tomorrow, they probably won't get the results till Monday or Tuesday. So we should be back on the truck Monday, about next week sometime. Let me ask you a question. If a husband sets rules for his wife and said if the wife disobeys, he will send her to be set on fire and tortured, he's still a good husband? Definitely not. Definitely not. That is demonic. Like, you want to kill her because she didn't listen to you? Yeah, I don't think that's good at all. I don't think that's good at all. Not at all. And why do you worship a God that will send you to hell if you disobey? I worship God because I believe God made me. And I'm grateful for the life and the breath. Or if you don't believe, no, I believe God made me. And I'm grateful for the breath and the life and the opportunity to live life. So I worship God every day. Well, I try to worship God every day. It might be a day where I forget to pray, so I ain't going to make it like I wake up and I'm thanking God. I try to wake up and thank God when I open my eyes before I scroll on my phone or have thoughts of the day or thoughts of people. I try to thank God for waking me up. But the fact of heaven and hell, you get a long life to choose what you're going to do with your life. As a child, you don't know no better. But as you get older, you start to realize and you got choices that you can make. So a lot of people choose to do evil or be evil. Christianity is based on fear of consequences. He said he loves you, but if you send someone to a bad place, you never loved them in the first place. Well, as of recently, I had thoughts on, like, what is omniscience, like something like God, omnipresence, like God know everything, God is everywhere. So in thinking on that way and thinking on that thought, all this was constructed with God knowing that everybody wasn't gonna choose him. Some people was gonna choose I'd rather go with the devil. I'd rather play with the evil than, like how you saying, worship a God that's gonna send me to hell because I don't follow a couple rules. Well, those couple of rules are basically like, how can I put it? Treat other people how you would want to be treated yourself, right? And if you choose to treat people badly, and if you choose to be a bad person, then hell is for you. It's a place for those that refuse God's love, I guess, or God's way. I can't tell you why God created hell or why there is a hell. But if God knows everything before it's happening, he knows the future, then he knew it was going to be some people that wasn't going to choose him. So I can't tell you why God made hell. And why do I worship a God that made a hell? Because what else I'm going to do? Not worship God because he made hell? No, I'm going to try to live accordingly and live a holy life, live a Christ-like life, so I don't end up in hell. I'm not perfect. I still sin. I still mess up. You know, and I don't got a heaven or hell to put nobody in. You know what I'm saying? I'm not perfect myself. He is, because he kicked out the free thinkers who didn't want a dictatorship. Well, that's like if we the clay and God is the potter. Can we tell the potter what he's making with the clay? You can't tell the potter what to make with the clay, because you are the clay and he's basically made you. Now, do you feel like God is forcing you to worship him? That's what the dictatorship is about. Because when I look at it, it's just like God wants you to love your neighbor like you love yourself. And in loving your neighbor like you love yourself, it would cause you to not do harm to other people. So I don't think it's too hard to live life like that. But all of us occasionally mess up. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not perfect people or nothing like that. So we occasionally mess up. Either believe or go to hell. Yeah, that's the basis of it. Either believe or go to hell. That's the basis of it. But he's gonna give you the opportunity to believe. Like, I don't think that a newborn baby that was born yesterday and then get killed the next day is going to hell. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say a kid that made it to 3 years old and then get hit by a car. I don't think because you didn't run water over them and have them baptized and they didn't believe in Jesus, they going to hell. Like, I don't believe that. That means he don't love you. That's manipulation. It's free choice. You have a choice to believe in God and serve God or not. You going to hell, I don't know. Like, let's start there, because I'm not a pastor or a preacher. I just read this book that's supposed to be the word of God, and I believe what it says, and it does say something about people going to hell. And yeah, I try to live my life like Christ, so I don't go there. You know, I'm right deep down, because you just saying the same thing, like clinging on to this one thing. No, I'm clinging on to God. Because what's the other option? To live life in rebellious because you feel like God shouldn't have made a hell, so that you can walk through life in sin and do whatever the hell you want to do. All of us want to just do whatever the hell we want to do with no consequences. But there are consequences for your actions. See, that's why a lot of people don't believe, because they don't want to be responsible for their actions. They want to just be able to do whatever the hell they want to do without no big God in the sky looking over them, telling them, hey, you're doing wrong, you know? But that's not the answer, though. What's not the answer? Yeah, people want to live freely without the judgment of God. That's why people don't believe, because they don't want to deal with the responsibilities of being like, don't say cuz God. Give me a logical reason, like I'm giving you a logical perspective. No, your perspective is believe or go to hell. And I'm telling you, my perspective is love thy neighbor like you love thyself, and worship only the God that made you. And you shouldn't end up in hell. Nobody's perfect. You know what I'm saying? But on another note, of why people don't believe is because they don't want the responsibilities. You literally said that was the baseline. Believe or go to hell. You saying that's the baseline. Believe or go to hell. And I'm saying the baseline is love thy neighbor like you love thyself, and worship only God. Yeah, I didn't deny that. It's like believe or go to hell. You know what I'm saying? I didn't deny that. But what I'm saying is, as an adult, we agreed on that baseline already. Okay, so as an adult, you're gonna have the opportunity to get to know the God that made this world, or not. You can choose to say simply because there is a hell that he could put you in. You don't want to know that God. Like, I don't care to know the God that made this world because he made a hell to put people in. There are some people that needs to burn in hell, I think. God forgive me. I have no hell. I should. Yes, I got the right to judge people though. If you messing with little kids, you probably should burn in hell. Because why the hell are you messing with kids when there are adults that will sell themselves to you for pennies on the dollar? Let's just be honest about it. The pussy's going for like $40 these days. So you shouldn't be out here touching on kids when you can go purchase the punani. You shouldn't be touching on kids when you should purchase the punani. You shouldn't be killing your neighbor because killing is wrong. It's just certain things that are evil that people do consistently. You know what I'm saying? Like, one second, guys. My bad. Back to what we were talking about. Okay, but obviously the point is the whole not believing and going to hell just because you don't believe. I don't know what you want me to tell you about that. God wants you to know him. He made you so maybe that you can get to know him. And I think all of us should come into the knowledge of God. Would you like to just go through life without knowing God, without dealing with God, without having anything to do with God? You feel like that's a better life for you to not know the maker that made you and just live the way that you want to live? Exactly. Because you know why? If you don't have to go through life knowing God or the God that made you or the God that made this world, you could just live through this world sinning, doing whatever you want to do without responsibility or care of the rules that the maker of this world has set forth. And that's why I say a lot of people are atheists, because they don't want the responsibility of a God that told you there's a certain way to live. Like, don't live evil, don't kill, don't steal, don't lie, don't worship the sun, the moon, nature, because I made nature. So why would you worship something that I made? No, you should worship the creator. There's people that want to worship the sun, the moon, the stars, the grass, the trees. None of this stuff can talk back to you. None of this stuff can help you. God created all those things just like he created you and I. And God would like for you to get to know him so he can, mold you even better. So yeah, I understand the thoughts of wanting to live life without knowing God, because it obliterates your responsibility. It liberates your responsibility of living a godly life. You could just do whatever you want to do without fear of consequences. I believe that nature is God. God is a woman because we bring life. I'd rather rot in hell than to worship a hypocritical God who weaponizes fear. Just like nature can't talk to you, God don't talk either. But I can't say, I have never heard, like, I've heard people say they heard a still voice and this and that. I've never heard a still voice myself personally, but I have prayed and things have come to pass. I have read the Bible and it read me. When I say it read me, it's like I got correction from it. If I never read the Bible, I never have responsibility. It's called a conscience. Yes, everyone has a conscience. But just like common sense ain't so common, also, people might think that getting over on other people or doing wrong to get ahead in life is okay. But when you know that there's consequences for your actions, then you might tend to be more cautious about how you move. But if you avoid anything to do with God, then you're trying to avoid the responsibility of the consequences of your action, because you're like, it's just life, I'm just living. No, there's responsibilities and consequences for your actions. And if you get to know God, then, you'll learn to live a righteous life. But if you want to avoid God and just say, hey, I'd rather ride in hell, then when the end comes and you're there before Jesus Christ and it's time to go to hell, just don't forget you had these whole because you get from the day you're born, and then you got that dash in between, and then the day you die. All throughout that dash in between, God is going to be sending people like me, other people in your family, people that's going to bring God across your path to try to get you in a relationship with God. You can reject them all. And then when you get to the end of life and it's time to keep living, he can reject you. Simple as that. You don't have to get to know God. Also, prayer is basically intention setting and speaking things into existence with your energy. That's why it works. Law of attraction type shit. So you rather believe that it's just the law of attraction versus there's a universal God that created the earth, created the sun, the universe, the moon, the stars, the birds, the trees, everything, including you and me. You rather believe that, like, how did all this come into existence? You rather believe the Big Bang Theory than believe that there's an intelligent creator? Because I don't believe in God, and I do that, and it works for me. The devil can make a lot of things work for you so that you don't believe in God. Also, don't forget there's an adversary that would rather you be rich and never think about God and just end up in hell. So there's that part too. Yes, but still, how do you think all this came to be? I don't worship the devil, though. I didn't say you worship the devil. I said that the devil could give you things pleasing to your mind, like how you saying the law of attraction versus I'm going to talk to God. You're just going to go off this universe. Like some people worship the universe. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a God that created the universe. You know what I'm talking about? There's a God that created the universe. But I like talking to people like you to see where your mind is at and how you get to non-belief. Because that's why I worship. That's what I worship. But that isn't the devil. So how did all this come to be? That's the question I'm asking you. How did the universe come into existence? How did the world come into existence? How did us as people come into existence? You don't believe that there's an intelligent creator that made all of this? You believe it's the universe? Like, really? No, I do know. I know factually there's a creator that created this world, that sun in the sky, that moon in the sky, those stars in the sky. This book that I read tells me about the creator that made all of this. So you can't say nobody knows factually. No, there's history in a book that tells you there is an infinite creator, an alpha omega that created everything. Yes, scientific proof proves that God created us because he made the animals and then he made us. I want facts, not opinions. The facts is that you could breathe this air, but if you go underwater and try to breathe in that water, you're gonna drown and die. That's a fact. That's intelligent creation. You feel me? The facts is you can't jump out of a plane without a parachute because you're not a bird and you wasn't made to fly. You're a human. You feel me? But we can get in the plane, we can paraglide, parachute, and do all type of intelligent things that God gave us a brain to create so that we can do those things and experience those things. He gave somebody a brain that they created something where you could breathe underwater and explore under the water. All these are intelligent creation. What does that have to do with God, with the intelligence? Because God is an intelligent creator that created everything. And when he created us, he put that godly intelligence in us so that we can create things. What's up, brother? Sammy Sosa. Just talking to this my paganist friend right here that don't believe in no God. And I'm trying to get them to see that it's an intelligent creator that created this world and put us here. Like, it's not just the universe, the Big Bang, and then everything was here. Your opinion is God exists. It doesn't mean it's a fact. Okay, I guess you're right. That was 30 minutes of me trying to convince you that God exists. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get into the book that I read, bro. What is temptation? Temptation is, let me see, what is temptation? Temptation is doing the wrong thing, I guess. God, man-made. No, man-made. God, man-made. So you're saying man-made God? You gave zero factual evidence of information. All you gave was opinion. Hey, handsome, I like that hat. Hey, appreciate you, Zen. No, the facts that I gave was that there's a book that tells me there's an intelligent creator that created the universe, created the sun, created the moon, created the stars, created this earth, put us here on this earth. That's a fact. Science proves that all this whole earth was created for us to live in. Science proves that. So you're going to tell me that the universe, the Big Bang happened and we just appeared? Are you going to tell me we came from monkeys and now we humans? No. No. We are intelligent, created individuals. Pokemon hat. No, this is a Millionaire Mission hat. It says Millionaire Mission on it. I also got Millionaire Mission on my shirt. This is actually my clothing brand. That's an opinion. The fact is there is a book. Believing it is an opinion and an option and an opinion. And that's why I say you have from the day that you was born, then you got that little dash in between, and then you die. All you have is that dash in between. During that dash in between, there are going to be people like me that try to bring awareness of God to people like you that don't believe in God. And you're going to either choose to keep living like you're living, saying, hey, I pray to the universe and I pray to nature and not believe in God, or you're going to pick up the book and read it for yourself and see that there is a God that loves you and, created this world for you. You don't know how to debate or teach factually. You need to chill unless you get the facts right. Like I said, the only facts that I got is I don't believe that there's a Big Bang theory. I don't believe in praying to the universe when I know that there's an intelligent creator that created the universe. Why would I pray to the moon? Why would I pray to the stars? Why would I pray to the sun? Why would I pray to nature and earth? God made nature. God made earth. God made the moon. God made the sun and the stars. I'm not praying to nothing that God made. I'm praying to my God, my creator, my maker. Not a fact. One belief is an option sentence. Okay. If you say so, so I appreciate you for tapping in and having a conversation with me. Like I said, I like talking to atheists, unbelievers, paganism, Muslims, and anybody else that's not a Christian. I like talking to y'all to try to convince y'all to believe in Jesus Christ, okay? Because I'm not a pastor, I'm not a preacher, I'm just a sinner. I am a sinner. One of the biggest. I went to prison when I was 15 because I was messing up out here. But I have changed my life and I'm trying to live like Christ. You feel me? And I'm enjoying life as it should be enjoyed. But I can't hold y'all up all night, so I'm gonna go ahead and get to what I came to get to. I'm on Matthew. In this book, I don't like, nobody convinced me of this. I went to prison, and when I was sitting in prison, I had time. You speaking facts, bro. Peace upon you. If you were close, I would bestow a kiss on you, as you are my brother. And if I could wash your shaft, I would clean the sword. Listen, Sammy Sosa, because you sound like a man. Before you come in here trolling me, let me give you the rules and the etiquettes of this live. Before you come in here trolling me, brother, hit the like button. But because it's just disrespectful to come in here saying all this weird and gay stuff, and you ain't even hit the like button, my guy. What the fuck? Nobody ain't never teach you no manners, man. Hit the like button before you start trolling, brother. I have a headache from all this opinion masters facts you speak, so I'm a dip. All right, my paganist friend, I'm gonna holler at you. I like the conversation, but that's crazy that you rather pray to the universe instead of an intelligent creator. That is just wild to me. That's why I like having these conversations, because you guys are crazy. Like, there is a actual maker of this world, and yeah, he put the words in the book. And yeah, he probably not gonna talk to you from the sky. It's just how he is. We are not friends. You have opinions, not facts. Hey, well, listen, my not friend. I hope that you subscribe, and I hope that you come back with some more of your pagans' opinions, and we could talk again. You're infuriating. You are not. You are very entertaining to me. I have been highly entertained by this non-belief that you have in trying to convince you that there is a creator that made this world. That it was very entertaining to me. I had a lot of fun. Hope you come back again. Hope we can do it again. Hope you hit the like button. Hope you subscribe. Come back. Let's have more conversations. I'll try to have some more factual facts for you, some scientific facts for you. Maybe, maybe. But for right now, I'm gonna go ahead and indulge in this book called the Bible. I am on chapter Matthew, chapter 17. I just like your live, but can you stand up right quick? I'm trying to see something as I'm laying down, my pants down, feeling myself. No, you didn't like the live. I ain't see the like button go up. You got snap. Nah, I ain't no snap. I'm on IG though. Just one milk tasty. Hey, Sammy Sosa, you gotta hit the like button, bro. You doing a lot of trolling, bro. Cause I would like to talk privately in a friendly way. Cool. No problem. I don't mind having one-on-one chats. But Sammy Sosa, bro, you gotta stop trolling and hit the like button, bro. What the hell wrong with you, man? You disrespectful as hell. You just in here saying all this gay weird shit and you ain't even hit the like button. What the hell wrong with you, man? Disrespectful ass little people. Damn. All right, Matthew chapter 17. The transfiguration. 6 days later, Jesus took with him Peter and James and John his brother, and led them up on a high mountain by themselves. And he was transfigured before them, and his face shone like the sun, and his garments became as white as light. And behold, Moses and Elijah appeared to them, talking with him. Peter said to Jesus, Lord, it is good for us to be here. If you wish, I will make 3 tabernacles here, one for you, one for Moses, and one for Elijah. While he was still speaking, a bright cloud overshadowed them. And behold, a voice out of the cloud said, This is my beloved Son, with whom I am well pleased. Listen to him. When the disciples heard this, they fell face down to the ground and were terrified. And Jesus came to them and touched them and said, Get up and do not be afraid. And lifting up their eyes, they saw no one except Jesus himself alone. As they were coming down from the mountain, Jesus commanded them, saying, Tell the vision to no one until the Son of Man has risen from the dead. And his disciples asked him, Why then do the scribes say that Elijah must come first? And he answered and said, Elijah is coming and will restore all things. But I say to you that Elijah has already came. Okay, so he say, Why then do the scribes say that Elijah must come first? And he answered and said, Elijah is coming and will restore all things. But I say to you that Elijah already came, and they did not recognize him, but did to him whatever they wished. So also the Son of Man is going to suffer at their hands. Then the disciples understood that he had spoken to them about John the Baptist. So see what they were saying, Elijah, it was really speaking about John the Baptist. All right, boom. Verse 14. Instructions about faith. When they came to the crowd, a man came up to Jesus, falling on his knees before him, saying, Lord, have mercy on my son, for he is a lunatic and a very ill. He is a lunatic and is very ill, for he often falls into the fire and often into the water. I brought him to your disciples, and they could not cure him. And Jesus answered and said, You unbelieving and perverted generation, how long shall I be with you? How long shall I put up with you? Bring him here to me. And Jesus rebuked him, and the demon came out of him, and the boy was cured at once. Then the disciples came to Jesus privately and said, Why could we not drive it out? And he said to them, Because of the littleness of your faith. For truly I say to you, if you have faith the size of a mustard seed, you will say to this mountain, Move from here to there, and it will move, and nothing will be impossible to you. But this kind does not go out except by prayer and fasting. Verse 22, instructions about Jesus' death. And while they were gathered together in Galilee, Jesus said to them, The Son of Man is going to be delivered into the hands of men, and they will kill him, and he will be raised on the third day. And they were deeply grieved. Instructions about taxes. Verse 24. When they came to Capernaum, those who collected the 2 drachm tax came to Peter and said, Does your teacher not pay the 2 drachm tax? He said, Yes. And when he came into the house, Jesus spoke to him first, saying, What do you think, Simon? For whom do the kings of the earth collect customs or poll tax, for their sons or for strangers? When Peter said, From strangers, Jesus said to him, Then the sons are exempt. However, so we do not offend them, go to the sea, throw in the hook, and take the fish, the first fish that comes up. And when you open his mouth, you will find a shekel. Take that and give it to them for you and me. That was chapter 17, Matthew. And remember I said in certain books, in Matthew chapter 17, verse 21 is taken out. Question yourself on why would they take out verse 21. Because I would talk to you probably in a friendly way. All love, brother. No, it's not all love. You ain't hit the like button for me yet, bro. Stop playing. You capping. Bro, stop being sexual online, Sammy. I may not like his opinion, but he is a human. Stop making him uncomfortable. Nah, he don't make me uncomfortable. I just don't like that he ain't hit the like button. He ain't helping the algorithm. We're trying to get YouTube money too. If you hit the like button, that helps the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, man? But listen, I do got to get back to work. I appreciate y'all tapping in with me. I really had the most fun with you, Maya 34. That was very interesting conversation. I like that. So to all you atheists, paganism, Muslims, people that don't believe in Jesus Christ, if you're watching this on the replay, make sure you subscribe so that we can talk on the live. Make sure y'all hit the like button for me. I appreciate everybody, like I say, that be commenting on the videos, sharing the videos, liking the videos, because I ain't asked y'all to do none of that, and y'all be doing all that. So I appreciate that. Old subscribers, new subscribers, returning subscribers. If you ain't subscribed, go on and subscribe up. What are you doing with your life? We're splashing in the fishbowl over here. Me and that Mission Milkman, Mr. Milk Tastic. You subscribe. Appreciate you subscribing to the channel, man. I appreciate that. That's going to help me out. Yeah, I'm gonna be back with another live. I don't know if I'm gonna do another one tonight because I gotta get to work. But like I say, maybe by next week we'll be back on our big truck going state to state again. I miss trucking, ready to get back to it. I don't miss driving in the snow. Yeah, the Instagram is you see how I say Milktastic TV? Just go to Instagram, put the number 1 in, and then Milktastic. Or you can put in the number 1 and Millionaire Mission Clothing. And you could check out some of the clothing. You could just DM me the order. I do ship out to everywhere. So see the 1 Millionaire Mission Clothing or 1 Milktastic on Instagram. appreciate y'all tapping in with the live. I might come back with another live tonight since we starting the year off and we want to kick it off the right way. And I ain't been going live because, like I said, I've been getting my life in order over here. Y'all know I'm going to go live more often when I get back in the truck. But in the meantime, in between time, I appreciate all y'all, even my paganist homie on here. I do not know what that says. You got to type in English, but your name start with a Y. Shout out to you too. Make sure y'all hit that like button for me. Yeah, we'll be back. Millionaire Mission, Milkman, Mr. Milktastic, splashing in the fishbowl with another Godcast episode. Yeah, Millionaire Mission, clothing. It's not just a Logan. I just messaged you. All right, I'll check it. Millionaire Mission, Milkman, Mr. Milktastic. I'm going to call y'all back. If not today, if not later on tonight, tomorrow. That part. Appreciate all y'all.